speak. They've tried to muffle the fire that's inside of me, but I continue to speak. The God-given breath that fills my nostrils, pumps my lungs, lives deep on the inside of me, encourages me to speak. I am a person endowed with inalienable rights from my Creator, so I speak. They have tried to put me in a box, but they cannot smother me, because like Paul and Silas, when the Holy Spirit comes through, I'm subject to break free. Speak. Speech, a facet of life whose progressive power has often been abused and misused, manipulated and perpetrated. I will speak. The truth of Christ, the key to life, whose words are powerful beyond belief, who's spoken to existence, whose master plan created the vision that has changed the plight of humanity. Speak. About the youth growing up without hope because daddy was never there and it didn't seem like mama really cared. Speak. About the things they want to keep undercover because so long as it's hidden, nobody will be able to speak. About people like Oscar Grant, Trayvon Martin, and countless others, all victims of law enforcement brutality. Speak. About the milestones of history and the injustices thereof. About the strength of a people in the 1960s fighting for a community of love. Speak. You're given a voice. But as a human being, you're given a choice to speak or to keep silent, to share or to remain quiet, to expose or to hide it. And too many times we let the pressure silence our stand for righteousness, forgetting the power of the tongue that can speak life or death over a situation. So we've got to fight for it. Speak with your heart. Speak with your words. Speak with your actions. Speak to be heard. Speak so they'll listen. Speak because God has called you to make a difference. Heart thumping, blood pumping, saliva forming, mouth open. Speak. The only weapon that's not meant to inflict harm but to help is the sword of the Spirit, that magnificent word of life that pierces the heart and turns it right, that can speak over any situation and help you to overcome, that challenges you to cling ever so closely to God so that victory can be won. Speak. Because they need a word of hope, a word of encouragement, a word of inspiration, a word that contradicts their guilty verdict, a word more powerful than ears can hear or eyes can behold, a word that nurtures and reaches deep into their very soul. Speak, even when no one else will. Speak for those whose voices have been stripped away by society's games. Speak because Christ spoke and made himself an agent of change despite the ridicule, the persecution, and the hate of his day. Speak because somewhere a mother is struggling to provide for her family. Because somewhere a baby is battling stage 4 cancer. Because somewhere a young person is turning to the streets because they've gotten kicked out of school and their hope is obsolete. For that person contemplating suicidal thoughts. For that homeowner risking foreclosure because they just lost their job. For the millions of people searching for a true and a living God. So I will speak. Because despite the naysayers, the haters, and the players, I serve a God that is too good to keep on the shelf. I serve a God that brings triumph out of tragedy, hope out of insecurity, and laughter out of misery. I serve a God that wrote his story on the pages of history, then gave us the pen and told us to add our part to the narrative. So I will speak. You will speak. We will speak. So keep the fight burning.